It all started on a regular night when Remy Ma decided to go live on Instagram. At first, it felt like just another casual moment, maybe a check-in with her fans, a vent session, or just random thoughts. But within minutes, it became clear this wasn't an ordinary live session. The look in her eyes said it all. This wasn't a publicity stunt or a joke. What Remy was about to reveal would leave the entire hip-hop community speechless and turn social media upside down. With a voice trembling between heartbreak and rage, she announced to the world that her marriage with Papoose was over. But it wasn't just a breakup announcement. Remy claimed she ended it because she discovered Papoose was not only unfaithful but had been involved with another man. As her words echoed through the live stream, viewers could barely process what they were hearing. This wasn't a case of some regular cheating scandal. This was a claim that Papoose had been living a double life, hiding his true identity even from the woman he married. Remy didn't mince her words. She spoke with the raw emotion of a woman scorned and shattered by betrayal. She described the moment she allegedly caught him with a man, the shock, the disbelief, and the feeling of her entire world crashing down in that single instant. For years, Remy Ma and Papoose were held up as the ultimate power couple in hip-hop. Fans admired their story, how Papoose stayed loyal during Remy's time behind bars, how they celebrated each other publicly, how they seemed to defy the typical industry relationship curse. They were the blueprint for black love, for loyalty, for sticking together no matter what. So when Remy laid it all bare on IG Live, fans felt like they were witnessing the fall of an empire. The disbelief was instant. The comments started flooding in before she even finished her story. Remy's voice trembled as she recounted the details. She said she had noticed small things over the years, whispers, odd behaviors, things that didn't quite make sense. But she always brushed them aside because her love for Papoose was so deep, so real. She never wanted to believe anything bad about him. But then it happened. The night she caught him red-handed. She described walking in and seeing something that would haunt her forever. The sight of the man she had loved, the man she built a life with, in an intimate situation with someone she never expected. The live continued for over 20 minutes, with Remy pouring out every ounce of pain, betrayal, and heartbreak she'd been carrying. She spoke about how the weight of keeping quiet had been eating her alive, about how she couldn't continue living a lie. She said she owed it to herself and to other women who might be living a similar nightmare to speak her truth. It wasn't just about exposing Papoose. It was about freeing herself from the burden of pretending everything was okay. Within minutes of Remy ending the live, social media exploded. Twitter went crazy. Instagram reposts were everywhere. YouTube channels went live, dissecting every word Remy said. Memes, hot takes, and reaction videos flooded the internet. The hip-hop world hadn't seen a scandal hit this hard in years. Fans were divided. Some stood with Remy, praising her for her bravery and honesty. Others defended Papoose, refusing to believe he could ever be capable of such betrayal. The debate was heated, emotional, and relentless. As the news spread, people started digging into past interviews, social media posts, and every public appearance Remy and Papoose ever made together. Suddenly, things that once seemed normal started looking suspicious. People pointed out moments where Papoose seemed distant or where Remy looked uncomfortable. Old rumors that had been dismissed as baseless gossip resurfaced with new weight. It was as if everyone was collectively trying to piece together a puzzle they didn't even know existed. But while the internet went wild, Papoose remained silent. His Instagram, usually filled with motivational posts and loving tributes to Remy, went completely dark. No responses, no denials, no attempts to clear his name. The silence felt deafening. Fans waited for some kind of reaction, a statement, anything. But it never came. And the longer he stayed silent, the louder the accusations seemed to grow. Remy also disappeared from social media after that explosive live. Some said she was taking time to heal. Others believed she was preparing for the inevitable media frenzy that would follow. Either way, her absence only fueled the fire. People speculated about her mental state, about whether she regretted going live, or if she was planning to drop even more bombshells. Insiders and alleged friends of the couple began leaking information left and right. Some claimed they had known about Papoose's secret life for years, but kept quiet out of loyalty. Others insisted it was all a misunderstanding blown out of proportion. Screenshots of supposed DMs and conversations circulated online, though no one could confirm their authenticity. The entire situation turned into a messy web of accusations, half-truths, and wild speculation. Even the hip-hop community didn't know how to react. Some artists publicly supported Remy, praising her for standing up for herself. Others stayed silent, perhaps afraid of getting dragged into the drama. A few dared to defend Papoose, insisting there had to be more to the story. But no one could deny the impact this scandal had on the culture. It wasn't just another celebrity breakup. It was the collapse of a symbol people genuinely believed in. As the days turned into weeks, the situation only got messier. Rumors of divorce papers being filed surfaced. Reports claimed Papoose had moved out of their shared home. Some sources suggested they were trying to work things out privately, while others said they were done for good. But with neither of them speaking publicly, fans were left in a constant state of speculation. What made everything even more complicated were the new allegations that started pouring in. People claiming to be close to the situation hinted that this wasn't the first time Papoose had been caught in compromising situations. Some alleged he had relationships with men before marrying Remy, but kept it hidden. Others said this was all a smear campaign orchestrated by people who wanted to see the couple fall apart. The truth felt more elusive than ever. In the midst of all this, fans couldn't help but feel heartbroken. They had invested in Remy and Papoose's love story. They had celebrated their wins, cheered for their loyalty, and believed in their bond. Watching it all unravel in such a public, messy way felt personal, like losing faith in something pure. The scandal became a painful reminder that even the strongest-looking relationships could have cracks hidden beneath the surface. Eventually, Clarissa Shields, who had been rumored to be close with Remy, jumped into the conversation.
She didn't hold back.
In her own live, she hinted that she knew about Papoose's alleged secrets all along. She claimed she had warned Remy, but that Remy didn't want to believe it. Her words added another layer to the already complicated narrative. Now, it wasn't just Remy's story. It was becoming a chorus of voices hinting at a truth too scandalous to ignore. As more people weighed in, the lines between fact and rumor blurred even more. Every new revelation brought more questions than answers. Was Papoose really living a double life? Had Remy known all along and stayed silent for the sake of their public image? Was this just a messy breakup being played out on social media, or was there a deeper, darker truth waiting to come out? Through it all, Remy and Papoose's silence spoke louder than any press release ever could. No tweets, no interviews, no cryptic Instagram captions, just radio silence. And in an age where everyone races to clear the air, their refusal to say anything only added more fuel to the fire. Was it strategic, or simply cowardice? Some fans respected it, saying, they don't owe the world an explanation. But others weren't so forgiving. To them, silence sounded like guilt, a quiet confession in the middle of a storm. Speculation spread like wildfire. Every old interview clip was being rewatched, every lyric dissected. Suddenly, people were connecting dots that may or may not have existed, turning whispers into full-blown theories. The streets were talking, podcasts were popping, and timelines were a mess. Everyone wanted answers, but none were coming. And in that void, narratives took shape on their own. But as the drama matured, so did the dialogue. Shock eventually gave way to more layered reflection. The conversation went beyond just Remy and Pap. It tapped into something deeper. People started questioning the pressures we place on celebrity couples. Why do we treat them like fairy tales? Is it fair to expect perfect loyalty in a world built on image, temptation, and non-stop scrutiny? Some said this was a much-needed reality check, that no one, no matter how loyal they seem, is immune to real-life complications. Others felt let down, heartbroken, as if the collapse of this iconic duo meant love was on life support. The whole saga became a cultural mirror, forcing fans, especially within the hip-hop community, to rethink what loyalty really looks like when the cameras are off. One thing's for sure, whether it was silence or strategy, the mystery kept people hooked. And sometimes, saying nothing says everything. The fallout from Remy's IG Live will likely linger for a long time. The damage to their public image, the questions about their marriage, and the doubts about their personal truths won't disappear overnight. Whether they choose to speak out or continue staying silent, their story has become a permanent part of hip-hop's history, a cautionary tale about trust, betrayal, and the unforgiving nature of the spotlight. In the end, Remy's decision to go live wasn't just a moment of heartbreak, it was a breaking point. A raw, emotional explosion that revealed the pain she had been carrying for far too long. Whether she intended for it to blow up the way it did or not, it opened a window into the complexities of love, loyalty, and the harsh reality of living under constant public scrutiny. For fans, it's a hard lesson in the difference between public perception and private reality. For Remy and Papoose, it's a chapter that will forever redefine their legacy. And for the world watching, it's a stark reminder that sometimes the truth is far more shocking than anyone could have imagined.